I went to Arkansas today. I went to Tahlequah, and then I went to Arkansas today.
On purpose?
On purpose.
I'm going tomorrow.
Yeah?
Yeah, go see my parents. They live out there. Yeah.
I went to Salmonella. I love going to Salmonella's. It's a pizza place in Tahlequah. Mm-hmm. You guys like going to Salmonella's? What the fuck is your problem? The fuck is your problem?
I'm just being...
Every time. I bring up a super normal thing, and you just start your little blinking thing like you're having a fucking stroke.
You do bring up a super normal thing, don't you?
I do.
Yeah.
And then you look at me like, no one thinks that's going to be funny. I'm like, well, they're not. You're supposed to say something funny. It's like as soon as the mic is off, you're like, to say something
okay,
funny.
here's the good stuff. Let's have a fun conversation. And when the mic's recording, you're like, what color of shoes do you think you'll get?
It's pretty good. And then go somewhere with it. Usually when I say stuff off mic and you're like, that's funny, it's the most off color offensive shit. And you're
I was
like,
looking at you when you came in because what have you been doing?
I've been buying my clothes exclusively at Costco, okay?
Is it just the shirt or have you been like using the pregnant wife as an excuse to pork up a little bit?
It's a real baggy shirt.
Get a cheeky extra little
what?
Do you have some Timbs?
Some Timbs.
Get some Timbs and a chain. Yeah, you'd be looking fresh.
I would be looking
you're gonna be looking like a real.
I do have some Doc Martens.
Tone,
I don't think that's gonna work the same way.
Earth tone OG.
I'm gonna grow out the mustache and the goatee. I'm just gonna be a Vato white dad.
You can be a Vato now that you've created a Mexican.
That's true.
Interesting.
Shit, you're right. I could be a Vato dad. I could be a Cholo dad.
That is what a Mexican is, right? A white dad and a Colombian mom.
I think so.
What do you?
I think that's how it's like mulatto.
It's kind of like a Jeep, right?
What do I drive?
Yeah, your vehicle.
Right now, I'm driving my mom's Toyota Highlander.
Okay, perfect.
With a little, it has a bumper sticker that says "Love."
It does.
In a square, and the O is a paw print.
Nice.
And that was actually Ben's baby handprint.
Yeah,
it looks like
that's what my ass cheeks look like.
It looks like a hoof.
Changed.
Yeah,
it's kind of like a reverse Animorphs.
If you see Ben's baby records and they have that part where the baby's feet are there, it's just a big hoof.
You're gonna need some pretty high clearance to see those. Just so you know,
there's a horseshoe. It's a big horseshoe print.
Hell yeah. Represent Oklahoma.
Out of ink.
I galloped around the hospital. I galloped around the Kern County Bakersfield Hospital.
So were you a centaur?
I was a centaur. My dad was a centaur.
Okay.
The dad you know is a stepdad.
Gotcha.
It took him a long time.
Centaurs were mostly known for rape.
Yeah, wow. Exactly.
Yeah, they were just raping bitches. So if your dad's a centaur,
did not rape my mom.
Your mom's probably a victim.
Saying that. She would never let that happen because she was a centaurist. She played the centaur.
Interesting.
And she was a horse.
Hell yeah.
She was like the Ravi Shankar of the centaur.
And she had to give up her horse half to stay with my dad. And then God said, "All right, fine, just be a regular." It's a Little Mermaid story, really.
Where did the horse half go exactly? Is it still around?
I think it went back to hell where she came from.
Got made into glue.
They made it.
Because the horse, the back half has the best parts in some ways.
Yeah, like the dick and balls in the butt.
Well, I mean, that's where all the action is. Like,
you
know, the front, you can talk to it and make friends with it or whatever. But when it's time to get things done, the back is really what you want. So you're kind of cutting out the middleman if you only have the back.
Oh, the front eats apples.
When I was growing up,
do I look like I want to pay for a bunch of fucking apples?
My bedroom.
I want to get to work.
My bedroom window overlooked the horse barn, and they had like their outdoor like parts of the barn, whatever, the run, the paddocks or something. Yeah, I don't know. The parts they're out there. The horses are out there. And they masturbate.
The horses.
Yeah.
How do they do that?
They slap it against their like tummy.
Have you told me this before?
Yeah, I'm sure. I've told everyone.
Does that work? Like,
yeah, it works because they fucking. For me, well, first of all, I mean,
science is derived from nature.
I don't know how cool you think I am.
Measurements and then from the measurements you make predictions.
But I'm not slapping my ribs with it.
You got to get this motion going. A little bit of this.
Yeah.
In the middle of the hall.
But no, they just get a big horse on, and then they slap it against themselves until they blow like a big fucking pint.
Yeah, it's an awesome fucking summer, dude.
Of the goo.
Hell yeah.
Into the dust.
Hell yeah.
Like the goo into the dust.
Hell yeah.
Comes up. Cormac McCarthy never wrote about that. That's something he skipped. That's something he never talks about. He talks
Sometimes
about
you keep the best
everything
parts to
else.
yourself.
Was there ever a time when you were jacking off in your room and you could hear it and you thought it was you, and then you stopped for a second and you kept hearing it?
You don't have to
remember-
answer
You were like,
that.
wait a minute.
You don't have to answer that,
I
but please
remember
do.
a time when I was up there with the girl I was dating, and we were like looking out
Watch this,
the
baby.
window, and and like we look out the window, and like one of the stallions, one of the studs,
Cucked you?
is out there. Basically, yeah, he's just out there with his fucking. He's just hanging, and these are Shires. They're like Clydesdales.
they got
So
the big
it's
dicks.
like, yeah, it's like their
Real
dick
big
is to
dicks.
like a horse dick what a horse dick is to a man's dick.
How big is it
It's
compared
like-
to your arm? Like if you hold your arm out,
It's
like,
your
is it,
arm.
Good God.
It's just your arm.
like straight? Because it's not the same size straight. It's smaller when it's
basically, yeah.
okay.
I'm gonna
Okay.
say if it's shorter, it's like.
Well, here, hold on. Let me dangle it down so it's more like what it would be, or it'd be kind of like this, I guess. It's probably heavy. so it
Okay, you
can't go
know
all the
what?
way, like,
It's gonna
straight,
hit
but,
you
like-
about right here. We're about 4/5 of the way down the arm.
So from like my bicep down is a horse dick basically.
yeah,
Nice.
yeah.
That's insane.
Cool.
I mean,
where does it
Shire.
go when it's not hard? Does it just
in
deflate?
Well, it dangles around a lot.
Well, no,
you know.
it doesn't dangle around when it's flaccid. It's like tucked away.
Are you kidding me?
Is it like a pool toy?
No.
It just like.
But I've seen horses and their dick is hanging out sometimes, and maybe
yeah,
not all the
sometimes
time.
it's hanging
but
out because they got like a chubby or something. But if it's just like
If it's
they're
all the way flaccid, it's just gone.
It's
You just
just
don't
in
see
there,
it.
yeah.
It's just,
It just
God
retracts.
damn.
tucked.
But
Yeah.
it's so
Huh.
big.
yeah, well, it's a fucking big animal. What? I mean, all right. I'm sorry.
It just seems like most of the horse is there to make it go faster, like all the meat and parts, and then there's this
Well,
giant dick out of nowhere.
I
Yeah.
guess there's a big
You know
cock
what I mean?
cavity in there somewhere.
You're a big cock.
That is pretty wild. So what happened next?
bow on
You
it.
guys-
Well, we just looked
You guys
out
are
there.
horned up. You're looking out the window. You see the big wiener
The big
glistening
horse
in the
dick,
sun.
and she was like, "Oh my god." She was like, "Oh my god, Prince." His name was Prince,
I bet.
and
Give
and
you
I
a
was like,
purple
"All
ring.
right, that's enough." And then
No, now's the time.
And then, yeah, no, I was like, that's enough of Prince. Like,
Oh,
we're closing,
yeah, gotcha,
we're closing the curtains. Like, I don't need you like staring at that for 5 minutes.
dick.
Right.
And his dick peeks
through the
curtains.
I'm gonna bring you this.
Right.
Right.
I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of ways that could go.
What? I mean, what? She's gonna. I'm not gonna have her build up that kind of appetite.
Well,
and
she's
then
not.
Bring her
She's,
this.
I mean, she's not going to fuck the horse, but there's a lot to be said for like the fantasy of sex. So, I mean, you can turn on porn and have sex with someone. Like that's a thing that people do.
Yeah, but
and it's not like
see,
you're
the
having
thing
sex
is-
with him. It's
the
just like
thing
there's
is
a
that
sexy
in the
thing happening
porn,
out there.
the thing is that in the porn, it's like there might be a man's dick in it.
Yeah.
and I have a man's dick,
Might-
so
right,
it's fine.
Right. Well, again, it's all happening.
I don't
in her
have- I
mind.
don't
Like,
have-
whatever she's thinking. All I,
don't-
know is she got into the horse wiener.
I don't
so
have
keep
what
the horse
Prince
wiener up.
had.
Like,
I don't have what Prince.
I barely got the man's
Yeah.
dick in the porn. I'm not trying to deal with the horse. Honestly,
So what happened?
did the horse's
boner?
dick come sneaking through the curtains or not?
Did you bone her like a horny?
You know, this is a
Clydesdale?
long. This is a long time ago, but I figure we probably did.
Hell yeah! Hell yeah!
It was young times.
Yeah, nice.
You know.
Nice.
You want to know what I think? I think you guys started having sex, and then the dick came through the curtains, and she looked over, and then you looked up, and nobody said anything, but it happened.
Man.
Whatever happened happened.
It busted through the door
It just
like in The
peeked in.
Shining.
Like in Anaconda when it's trying to get in through the window.
I was thinking like in that anime where those big giant ghost zombies bust through the wall and eat people.
Oh,
But yeah, it's all of those things.
wow.
It's all of those
Staying away
things.
from the horse farm, man. That's wild.
Yeah.
No, that's where you get laid. You go to the horse farm. That's where the women are. They're not having sex with the horse. They're
Horse girls.
just getting horned up from the
oh,
horse.
chill.
And then you slide in
Gross.
and you're like, I'm not a horse. I'm a guy. You can't have sex with the horse. It's mostly illegal, but you can have sex with me. And they're like, oh, okay.
Not the worst idea.
I'm trying to get that dynamic range in.
You got it.
Yeah, hell yeah.
You don't have to do it anymore. You nailed it. Yeah, so I went to Tahlequah today, and I went to Salmonella's. Still good. Still good. All the students are back now, right? And it's just nobody's wearing any pants. Everybody's wearing short shorts. It's a bad time to be with your wife and mother-in-law, you know?
Yeah,
It's
I
like,
don't
you gotta
know.
get out of here.
I remember like when I would be in Tahlequah at August Moon, and like the Japanese girls would come in like mini skirts, and our Chinese boss would be like, Asian girls don't dress like that. I'm like, Here they are, though. but they
not trying to argue.
But they
with
keep
boss.
coming in here.
Well, they're here in the USA. They're here to whore. Like, this is the place to do it.
I mean,
so
God damn.
be conservative at home. Look, get on TikTok.
If you're
Get on TikTok.
going to a different country, I mean, this is a long time ago that we were in college. It was, but I mean, you know, if you're going to a different country for college, yeah, you're trying to sling around some stuff.
Yeah, nobody knows you there.
Yeah,
like,
you're trying to sling
see what
some
you can
stuff
get up
around.
to. It's part of the foreign experience.
Yeah.
If you don't bone some of the... I mean, if you went to another planet and you didn't have sex with an alien, you'd be sad. You'd be regretful. So...
I don't know if that's true. I don't know.
No, you would. Because just think about it.
What if they...
You'd be like the only person that would even have a chance.
I mean,
could
I
be
don't
like,
know.
I think he's right,
Doesn't
man.
depend. Like, what, Starship Troopers? You're like going to...
I've actually never seen that.
Pandathu?
It looks cool, but I have not seen it.
Okay, like giant bugs.
There's a lot of movies I haven't
They're
seen.
just like giant bug. I'm just saying, if they're giant bugs, you're gonna be like, I should have fucked that thing.
Well, here's
The brain
thing.
bug?
Like,
That's so.
You could fuck the brain.
nobody
could.
nobody has ever had sex with one, so it could be amazing. Like, you don't know. You have no idea. Like,
Okay, here's the thing. I know. Like what?
You know what a Zerg is, right, Nick?
from StarCraft?
Yeah,
It's
that's
just like
basically
this.
what
What do you mean?
Starship Troopers
It could be amazing. Like, what are you gonna do with the bug? That's gonna like be
fuck
better.
it.
How's it gonna be better?
Well,
Like your dick
The-
has the same nerve endings
Yes.
that it already has.
Yes.
So it's like best case scenario, you find like a premium hole on the bug.
yeah.
Then you start stuffing this thing.
Yeah.
And I mean, best case scenario.
Nick, let me help
The
out
bug
here.
basically just has.
I don't
a
think
really-
what he's saying
Well,
is-
hold on, shut
it's
the fuck.
good.
Get the fuck off.
I
me, you
know
all right?
what you're saying, though.
Oh my
and-
god, the bug. Best case scenario is the bug has really good pussy, but it's still a giant bug.
But that's not the point. The point is you're going to want to have fucked one, whether or not it's good. You're going to leave.
Yes.
I don't know.
Having
By
an
this
experience.
logic,
all of
like,
that
why
is
don't you
true.
guys like? Why don't you
What if
just try to
you-
find a new animal and fuck that?
What if you have sex with the alien,
the same.
and whenever you're having sex with it, like, you have like a psychic vision of yourself dying, and it's how you actually die, but you don't die in that moment. So like when you're fucking the
I don't
thing, you
want that.
see yourself die,
What the fuck do
and
I-
then you stop fucking. You're
What
like,
do I want?
holy shit, I'm still alive. That's fucking awesome. You can do that with a person, but it's hard.
Oh,
They have
I
to
get
really
it.
like play
Damn,
along
that
with
would
it.
be pretty sick, dude.
I'm just saying, yeah, that could happen with an alien, or like, what if you were having sex with it?
It could happen with a dog.
It.
Have
yeah.
you tried it? Have you fucked a Rottweiler?
Well,
Yeah.
now he's right.
I don't.
actually. Nick, I'm with Kate.
I'm
now.
not under arrest.
Listen,
I'm not being represented by a lawyer, so I don't have to answer any question that I don't want to answer.
you don't have to answer any question you don't want to answer, but
I have
will
not fucked
say,
a dog.
Do you know how many registered breeds of dog there are? I think it's around 200.
Okay.
I can have you one of each of those here
Okay.
by the end of the week.
Okay.
By this time next week.
Well, I hope
See,
you don't.
It's just for research because like I don't know. One time I was having this conversation with some friends and we were like talking about time travel and it's like, well, I don't know, if you wanted to just exhaust all the possibilities, you'd have to try all this stuff. And it's like, what if time travel is only what if you could only accomplish it by like 69ing in a totally platonic way at this particular intersection, you know?
With
like
what person?
At midnight.
With who?
Yeah, exactly. Like,
What? What do you mean exactly?
You have to 69 with somebody. You don't know who it
Yeah.
is, and then you get to go
Well,
back in time.
Does it always have to be the same person?
Do you
I
get to
don't
pick
know.
where you go back to?
we're just saying, like, maybe that's how it's done.
Okay.
So, like, in the name of science,
When you go back
we
to
were like,
time,
it would be irresponsible for us to not 69
I get it now.
mean, that
Yeah,
seems
Nick,
fine.
I'm sorry.
in,
Kate's
in
right.
the intersection.
no, I think you should do it. You should
We're gonna have
69.
to go out here.
That's not. That seems like that's a really. That seems like a
I
super
might-
easy way to time
I've
travel.
still got some of the team out there. I'll tell them, yeah.
Your
I'll
street
probably
doesn't
get
have a
back
lot
to
of
it.
lights on it. We could probably go try
This
it
is
out
a
without
person,
any
right? Or is this still the
repercussions.
dog? Because the dog is.
Well, exactly. I mean, like, if it doesn't work with any of the people, you know, you have to start going through dogs.
Okay, but I get to go. But I get to go back in time. That
And
actually
it would suck
works.
because like you would be the one. It's like, you know, because if you want to figure out time travel, you have to have everybody trying something, but somebody has to be the guy that does the 69ing with various people and dogs
Okay.
at this intersection.
Okay,
And
but
then,
that
like,
doesn't have to be me. That only has to be
It
a
doesn't.
person.
It doesn't have to be you. But
And I'm
like,
gonna be real. There's probably somebody doing it right now. So it's more like we have to find that person and then ask them about time travel.
It is cooling off outside. The homeless are doing
that's
some
true.
wild stuff.
Actually, yeah, no, it's
Yeah.
the kind of weather outside that incites wickedness, and
it's cuffing season.
and there was
dog.
just it is cuffing season, and there was just a supermoon. So a lot
Supermoon was popping.
the supermoon
Checked it
was
out.
popping. Yeah.
Do they call it a blue moon?
No, it was like bloody.
Bloody.
When I left the mic, it was big and orange and giant.
I read that it was called a blue moon. I don't know why they call it a blue moon though.
I don't know. Was it sponsored by the beer?
I was gonna say maybe it was a beer thing. Maybe they bought the rights to the supermoon.
Good.
Big bloody moon.
So how was Tahlequah? I heard you went to Salmonella's.
I went to Salmonella's.
Yeah, did you get pizza?
I got pizza.
Yeah, hell yeah.
And I got the artichoke bread.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's good. It's pretty good. Drove
Oh,
there.
you were with your mother-in-law, not your mom. Salmonella's is a place that I think moms go there and they have to say, why is it called Salmonella's Chicken Palace?
I did hear that in Spanish
And
like 5
it's
times today.
Oh, she did say it.
Yeah.
Being Hispanic didn't make her immune from the effects. I thought it only affected gringas, maybe.
She was like, KK Pollo Casa. And I'm like, because there's chickens everywhere.
Did she take off her flip-flop and start smacking people?
Chancla.
Yeah.
Chancla. No.
Have you seen the one where the lady hits the alligator?
I mean, no.
Yeah, this lady hits an alligator. It's
Yeah.
it's creeping up, and she just bap.
Does the gator go, all right?
Yeah, pretty much. And it just rolls right out of the scene. That lady has no fear. She didn't hesitate. Like, she saw it wasn't even like out of the water. She sees it, and she just automatically just.
Yeah. Well, my mother-in-law, the story goes, the legend is that she came to America on an onion truck through Mexico. So she pretty much doesn't give a flip about anything. Like, nothing bothers her. Same way I got shit on by a grown man in the dark in China, and now it's like,
really hoping you were going to bring that up.
I'm pretty humble guy now. Not like since that's happened. She came up on an onion truck and nothing really bothers her.
Was that the first time you've been shit on?
As far as I know, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, we went to Fayetteville. It's nice. It's nicer than it was when I lived there. They liked it. They just kept saying, I bet this is beautiful in the fall. I'm like, yeah, but we're here now. Stop acting like it's not a good time now.
It is better in the fall. Why didn't you take them then? Do you not care?
Want them. I don't want to go in the fall. I want to go now.
Huh.
I'm not going to want to go in the fall. I want to go now.
Okay.
What's changed since you've been there?
So the trip's more about what you want.
Yes.
Is what you're saying.
What are the upgrades that you've seen?
Dixon Street is
It's got a bigger
nicer.
dick?
It's got a bigger dick on it.
Finally.
Dixon what? Well, I mean,
Dixon Street.
Dixon who?
Yeah.
Street. Peekaboo Street. The Olympic skier. Dixon Street. No.
I bet more than one bitch named Peekaboo has been fucked in Fayetteville.
Yeah, and she did not see it coming. Ayo. We went to the Peekaboo. We went to Fayetteville's funky flea market.
Gross.
That was fun.
Yeah.
Did you keep
get,
Fayetteville
vaccinated before you went in?
One at a time, fellas. What? Did I get vaccinated?
I hear it's a really
No.
nice place.
It is. Thank you. Yeah.
Did you find anything?
I did.
Like an end table or something?
We booked for in tables. Yeah.
Yeah, it's my move.
I got an old Sports Illustrated with my dad's favorite quarterback.
Did you ever think about looking for a beginning table?
Now we're podcasting. Yes. Thank you, Gary Larson. No, I did not look for a fucking beginning table.
Yeah.
You're going to make Nick drink more.
Dick Dolphin's having a celebratory drink.
Who is,
that was a good joke. I like that.
Oh, you know,
my
my birthday's coming up next week.
Word?
Yeah.
Oh, happy B-Day.
Thank you. I'll be 42.
Nice.
In human years, I'll be 975 or something.
I used to remember your birthday because it always coincided with the beginning of the NFL season, week 1. And I was like, this is Nick Dawson's birthday
He
week.
planned it like that.
Yeah.
Also, Cherokee Holiday. Shout
Is it?
out. Yeah.
I was worried it was this week. I was worried I was going to roll up to a bunch of those
too.
tents peeling out on Main Street.
too, bro.
Thank God.
Are we going to go there?
Week after Labor Day. Hell no.
Are we going to Tahlequah?
So I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go
want-
there Saturday, and I'm gonna come back Sunday. But I don't know. I mean, we could meet
Are
up
you gonna
at
be
Tahlequah,
mad if
but-
you wake up and I have your last name, Dolphin, in Old English letters arched across the back of your Beamer's
Why would I be
windshield?
mad? Why would I be mad?
I just wanted to know
Like a
because I thought it would
visit
be
from an angel.
Yeah, no, I thought it'd be good for the holiday.
Hell yeah.
Cool, killer.
Oh! I'm so glad I have a chance to tell the story. I haven't told anybody this. That something happened to me today, and I've been waiting to tell people about it.
Yeah, that's what it's all about, Nick. Let's hear it.
Today, I went to the bank, and I got some money out of the ATM, and the way that the bank is, it's on Main Street in Jinx, and it's a 2-lane road. And people can't go really fast through there, but blah, 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 blah. So I got my money at the bank, and I was looking at the traffic, and I could see that there was a decent-sized gap between these two cars. So whenever the first car passed by, I whipped my car out real fast and just rolled right behind it. And then I looked behind me in the mirror, and the person behind me was so fucking angry. And I'm pretty sure it was a girl. It might have been a guy. I couldn't tell for sure. But that person went like this. Oh, I guess for the podcast I have to mind.
We'll describe it. You go ahead.
The person went.
Oh, he's screaming, throwing a middle finger with the thumb up.
Yeah, they were parked. I guess they had to step on their brakes for a second. I'm sorry. You look like you're like 22. You're fine.
Oh, so you also hate young people.
Well, no. The thing is, the reaction time when you're that age is fine. It shouldn't be an issue. And you're not going 60 miles per hour down that street. You should be going like 25, maybe. So the fact is, it was fine. It was no big deal, and that person overreacted. And I gave him a little wave because whatever. But yeah, I just been waiting to tell people because that person was so amped up. And like throughout the day, I was like, man, what if that person's still mad about that? Like, I really hope they are. Like, I really hope they're like a little salty about it.
Yeah.
And I hope that's also like the worst thing that happens to them that day. So it's like, oh, okay.
Let's go find her and beat her ass.
Yeah. Well, I remember the vehicle.
Good.
Yeah. And life,
it ain't that big a town.
And life is long. So you know what? I got one of those fingers too. You know, like.
Let's go get her.
There's still time to settle the score.
The God saw fit to give me 2 of them.
Yeah.
2 birds, and they're both chirping.
2 birds, 1 bone.
Hell bitch. Yeah. People go missing all the time. They just don't find them, you know?
Yeah. That's cool. You know, my wife's OBGYN is on that street. She's a nice doctor.
Goblin?
Nice.
Goblin.
Yeah. How much does that cost? The Goblin.
The Goblin? After insurance, having a baby, I think, is going to be like $1,200 is what they told us.
Oh, that's not bad.
No. That's just what they told us. Kate told me it's like $20,000 or something.
It is.
Yeah, but the insurance pays for a lot of that. Like, that's how that scam
works. That's what they told me.
Like,
now
as
I'm worried
long as you
now.
have insurance, it's fairly affordable. But if you don't, it's like, whoa.
Kate's had a lot of children.
$20,000
so
they make the baby work for the state.
Yeah.
That'd be fine too.
It's IT though. It's not hard. They work from home.
Do you know any Mexicans doing IT, Nick?
I don't have to
I
answer
sure
that.
as fuck don't.
A lot of narcs on this
Joe
podcast.
knows
A lot of
say.
feds on this podcast.
That'd be nice to get marked by the feds. 15 episodes in. I think this will be number 15.
What platforms do you put this on?
How is this going to be number 15 when I already...
Why?
All right. Whatever.
We've recorded
We'll
a
figure that
lot
out later.
but the ones that are published, you know, Kate doesn't pay a lot of attention to post-production and how that goes. He's the talent. I'm, you know, Spotify and iTunes.
Nice.
Yeah.
Do you have any other social media for the podcast?
Not
You have
yet,
YouTube
no.
or Instagram or anything?
I put 2 on YouTube on our big comedy channel from China, so people could say, "Oh, look at this! It's a new podcast from Ben and his friend Cade."
Yeah, I
And
feel
now
like
Dick.
I feel like the biggest podcasts, they have a YouTube presence and it's just video of the podcast.
Yeah, I don't know if we're ready for video. I'm looking around the table and at myself in my ugly shirt, apparently, and I don't think we're ready for.
People can't
video.
afford this. Is premium content.
We'll get
Can't
you a
do this
new
for
shirt
free. We,
and a camera. We'll get you a new shirt and a camera.
I like the shirt a lot.
You gotta get the chain and the Timbs, and then it's complete. You'd be fucking balling. Oh, and yeah, I was gonna say this earlier. What you do is you get your vehicle, and you put a lift kit on it. So like when you park, you can lower it, and then you get the chain steering wheel. Just those 2 things right there will take that vehicle a long way. And then I don't know what kind of rims it has on it, but you can always change out the rims with whatever. You can always change out the exhaust to make it a little bit like throatier, a little bit louder. You don't have to change anything on the engine.
Put
just the
some
exhaust.
glass packs
You can
on my
be like,
Toyota
"My
Highlander.
name-
Yeah, you can.
Only
Yeah.
things you got to know about me is my name is Ben, and all I need is my rims and my Timbs.
Exactly.
Rims and Tims, a new podcast from Just Ben.
Ben Hameen with the rims and the Timbs.
Yeah, and when you have your baby, like that's some like gangsta ass thing. Like you ride around with your baby. Like
I take pictures next to it, hold my baby.
Yeah, you put like you buy like $200 sunglasses and put it on your baby.
Yeah,
and then people like, he's balling so hard. Look at his baby. Then
I Microsoft Paint a little joint in my baby's mouth.
Yeah, exactly. And then you get the emoji of Snoop Dogg like going like this.
Doing like down there. Yeah. Put some rhinestones all over it. You know?
Yeah. I'm already subscribed.
Sounds like you got this parenting stuff figured out.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I thought it was gonna be hard.
You need to get a little baby styrofoam cup. And then make it look like he has lean. Yeah. It's not really lean. It's just for social media. Really, it's lean. It's just like a little though.
It's not baby. Chinese. It's like, Mexican, but it's been drinking too much lean, and that's why it looks the way.
No, it's drinking just enough lean. It's a baby. He can chill. Like he doesn't have to work.
He doesn't have. Yeah, exactly.
You guys made me feel a lot better about. I was scared when I got here, but now,
yeah.
What were you scared of?
You know, just like all the responsibility and like giving away all my free time, which I had too much of anyway, right? And I'm going to have to get a job sooner than later. So I'm just going to be nothing but a guy that does that job and a dad. I'm kind of scared of that. But if we do all the stuff we just talked about, I feel like I'm going to actually enjoy it.
Yeah, but it's like it's a baby, so you pretty much just feed it for a couple years.
That's what I thought.
So you got a pretty good ramp. Like the first couple years is like you have to learn to wake up whenever the baby's up. It's kind of like a cat. Like you just have to wake up like when it's up and like feed it and like water it.
The
and like
baby
all
starts
that.
scratching your mattress and you're like, stop.
Yeah.
And
But you only get a couple years of that,
Yeah.
and then you know it gets more complicated.
If you make sure it has like a shady, cool spot, you can mostly leave it outside.
Yeah, free range baby.
Yeah.
Just chain it up under a tree.
Yeah,
no, you just let it go. It comes back. It's like a dog. They know how far to go.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay.
They figure it out.
Dinner time, they come
Don't
back.
know where a titty is.
You can suss out a titty from 2 blocks away.
Yeah.
Babies.
No, you should put I mean, it's 2023 and you're having a baby, so like you should just start him with technology right away. So you should put like a drone on your baby, and then if you're like, "Where's my baby?" then you just launch the drone and just pop up like 15 feet in the air, and you're like, "Oh, it's outside across the street. It's no big deal."
Through a tree with some leaves falling off of it.
Yeah, cyber baby.
Oh, he just crawled to the neighbors.
Yeah,
That's fine.
Nah, he creeping. Yeah, it's fine. Like,
Nah, he creeping.
Yeah.
Where's your baby at? Nah, he creeping. He cool.
he's creeping. He's laying low. Where's your baby? Over there being a bitch. Okay, that's fine.
He chilling.
What, fucking laying
What we
around in the
expected.
fucking
Like,
house all day?
He chilling,
Doing
he chilling.
nothing? Having no life?
No, my baby's grinding. He's out there. He's on the streets. Like already.
Ridiculous.
It's a holiday weekend.
All right.
It's a Sigfint.
Well,
Sigma infant.
this is the last of it. Do you want to?
Sick man. No. You go ahead. That's Bullet Rye.
Yeah. Shout out to Bullet. Kinda. I don't always buy this, but I went to a different liquor store, and this was. Usually at the liquor store, they only have a few rye whiskeys, and it's kind of. They'll have one that's a little bit more affordable, and then they'll have one that's like $60. So this was the more affordable one.
If it was going to be a boy, I was going to be able to name it, and I was probably going to settle
Name
on
it Bourbon.
Bullet Rye.
Bourbon rye.
Bullet Rye Mitchell Salazar.
Bourbon rye salad.
Bullet Rye. Bullet Rye is pretty good.
Yeah.
That's pretty
You call
good.
him Bullet Ray.
Like
Beta
Rachel
Ray
Ray.
Bill. Beta Ray Bill Mitchell. That'd be pretty sick. What was Beta Ray Bill? Is that a Marvel thing? Marvel Comics thing?
I don't know.
I've never heard of that before in my life.
Beta Ray Bill?
Yeah, no, you made that shit up.
No, it's
Have
the
you guys-
horsehead guy that
Have you
fights
guys
Thor.
seen the Ninja Turtle movie? It's fucking sick.
The new one?
It's so good.
It looks really
It's
good.
so good.
I want to see it.
Yeah, you should. You should.
When did
It's,
you see it?
Like 3 days ago.
Nice.
Yeah. Me and my friend wanted to go to the movie, and we're just like, yeah, we should go see this. So that's what we landed on.
Pretty good.
Yeah, it's good. They changed the story, but the story is like, well, okay. So in the old story,
Did they change
all right,
the
everybody
Ninja
sit
Turtle
down.
story?
Sit down. Pull up a chair.
Oh shit! Are they April O'Neil's kids this time? Is
no.
there a scene at the beginning where you get to see 4 slimy turtles crawl out of April O'Neil's pussy?
Splinter fucked April and Turtles came out and Splinter was like, what the hell? And she's like,
She was
"Shut
like,
up."
"This is I should have fucked an Asian guy."
He's Jewish in the new one.
That's good.
She's out here fucking black turtles.
I
And
didn't
Splinter's
like-
getting cucked.
I didn't
It's
like.
crazy.
I didn't like Shredder. Oh, I was thinking of Shredder, not Splinter. Splinter's not Asian.
Shredder's not
Yeah,
in
he
the
is.
movie except at the very end. They tease him for the next one. So the villain in this one is a new villain. He's created by Baxter Stockman, but it's not Baxter Stockman. It's a different Fly guy. His name is Superfly. Yeah.
Is he voiced by RZA?
No. There's a couple celebrity voices in it, but they're not even like the main characters. They're kind of random characters.
I heard Ice Cube voices. Beat.
Oh, that's Guy. Actually, yeah, that's Superfly.
Oh, that's Superfly?
Yeah, that's Superfly. Yeah.
I'm down. I'm
yeah.
in. I'm gonna start being a cholo dad now.
I'll put it this way. I'll just say this about the movie. It's a lot of fun. They kind of changed it around to like update it, but it's fine. Okay. And also, main thing, no dull moments. Like it's pretty much like start to finish. Like there is something happening in it. So it's cool. Like I don't know. I had a good time. A+. Recommend Ninja Turtles movie.
There you have it.
Yeah.
Kate, hit him with the brass. Hit him with the.
Hit me with the brass. Whatever that means.
You're supposed to.
What do you want?
You're supposed to make a noise when I say hit him with the.
Oh.
God
I
damn,
see.
man.
I didn't know what you were talking about. The brass.
If you guys want a
Fuck,
soundboard,
dude.
we can do a soundboard. That is a very doable
Maybe
thing.
next time we'll get a soundboard.
Now I got a house full of computers.
Your
that
house is
become
made of soundboards.
Yeah. I'll put something together. I'll put like some air horn sounds, but then also like some erotic sounds because you never know where the conversation's going to go.
I was going to ask, but I'm glad I didn't have to.
Yeah. I'll put a mix of stuff in there. Donald Trump clips.
I want Trump clips, and I want many women going.
Yeah, well, I'll get some anime waifu, kind of stuff.
Okay, damn.
Yeah.
You get me all horsed up over here.
I'll put some inspirational quotes. A little bit of trivia.
And we'll do 30 buttons that are just Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Yeah, no. We can make that happen. That's a doable thing.
Gotcha. You have something to say, Kate? You look like you're
No.
coming up with something brilliant.
No. I was just thinking about how I don't know the name of any famous person anymore.
Seth Rogen, you know him.
Man, I do. Fuck.
You don't like him.
He's
though,
everywhere. He writes for a lot of stuff.
God, I don't know. Like it's. He's one of those guys who is like, when I see the shit he makes and I see him doing his thing, I'm like, I just don't know how, like, just anyone at any point at any level thought it was funny for any reason. I just don't see it.
I think it's like Jimmy Kimmel.
Like the joke is that you're stoned. I'm stoned. It's not fucking funny.
Oh, sorry, not Jimmy
It's like
Kimmel.
everybody's stoned.
It's like Jimmy Fallon.
It's not stoned,
it
you
hits
fucking-
in the absolute middle,
Kamala Harris
and it
is
spreads
fucking
out to like
stoned.
the biggest people. So like Jimmy Fallon show, like that guy's never going to say anything negative about anything unless everybody kind of agrees on it. It's just like the most agreed upon thing. That's kind of what Seth Rogen is. Like, it's just, it has a big appeal and it's not going to like ruin anybody's day. So people he keeps getting contracts. He keeps getting money. Like,
Yeah, it's bizarre to me. I don't know. It just seems like completely vestigial. I can't imagine ever noticing him for any reason.
I mean, at any given moment, no matter what, there's going to be somebody that targets that middle section or just sort of lands in that middle section. That just happens to be the dude.
Yeah, right. Nah, somebody, yeah.
I've seen him be funny and stuff. I don't mean to be.
He was in Donnie Darko.
You haven't. I mean, you thought that's what you saw. You were wrong. You were way off.
I like it when he's not trying to be funny, but his character has to, like, something's happening to his character and he's reacting to it.
He's yelling about
in
something.
In a stoned
He's
way,
going,
like,
"Whoa,
whoa,
whoa,
fuck," but he's
whoa.
actually, like, being a normal person that's trying to do, like, he's kind of funny. Then, have you seen him in any of his dramatic roles? They're not bad. He's pretty good at that. No?
You know
You're
what?
both
I
shaking
haven't.
your heads no.
I haven't, and I
that's the
know
only
it's not
movie I've
true. It's
seen
like
him
I feel 100% confident having not seen it and saying that I'm sure you're wrong.
And I hear you say that, and I don't blame you at all for saying that. I can see why you would say that, but it's not bad. He's not bad at his dramatic role. That's fine. And you'll not have missed much by not watching it. So I'm not mad at you, Kate. It's fine. Relax. Fucking chill out. Tranquilo. Nick, what were you going to say?
I wonder if he's going to go the Adam Sandler route and get big enough where he creates his own thing and then he just has the Seth Rogen brand of movies. Like,
I don't think so.
blah, 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 blah.
I don't think that Seth
written
Rogen's
and
like
produced by
career
Seth
is
Rogen.
I don't think it's moving up right now, is it?
Well, he's
there already a
in
peak?
movies a fair amount of times, but like I said, he writes for a lot of stuff. So within the industry, he's like kind of everywhere, and I don't know, he's making a lot of money.
Okay.
So I could just see him.
Right.
I could just see him going up and, like I said, just like making his own brand.
Yeah, you're right. I do know Seth Rogen. You were
And
right.
it was Seth Rogen and James Franco, but then there's been
Kate
allegations.
Kate Blanchett. Kate Blanchett, I remember.
Ooh, Tar.
What can
Have
you
seen
tell me
Tar?
about her?
Did you watch Tar? Tar's really good.
Do you guys know about Brad Pitt from
Right.
Johnny Oklahoma? Because I've been thinking about him for a whole last week.
You know, today at the flea market,
Did
they
you
had
see
those,
Brad Pitt?
Yeah. Okay, listen.
God.
You know those
Why didn't you
candles.
lead with this?
Well, because there were two. I thought there was only one of this thing, and then I realized they had a whole closet full of them. But you know those Catholic saint candles?
Yes.
They have
Yes.
those, but they're like people that shouldn't be on them, and one of them is Brad Pitt.
Okay.
Sorry, Brad Pitt. And
Yeah.
I thought, oh, hey, that's what they meant by Brad Pitt.
Who else was on there? O.J. Simpson?
They had an O.J.
Ted
Simpson
Kaczynski?
one. They didn't have a Ted
Pol
Kaczynski.
Pot?
Pol Pot would be pretty sick. Just blood dripping on the thing. That's sad. We shouldn't.
Too soon.
Some other people. The O.J. Simpson one was pretty funny.
Yeah,
I saw
nice.
that.
Nice.
And I heard my mother-in-law say in Spanish, who are these saints in these candles?
You know what would be
I was
super
like,
sick is O.J. with the Freddy glove.
That. I've never seen that. Wow, yeah. That's a cool sweater to wear when it's
Yeah,
cold
no, that's
out.
that's the big ass patch on your backpack. Nobody's got that shit. People see that, they're like, that guy's a fucking psycho, but where do you get that patch?
Do you
When I
have
was
that patch? Is
visiting-
that why you're saying that?
I don't have to answer that.
The UNESCO heritage site, Feng Huang. I was at a t-shirt shop. This was in like 2011. And I saw a shirt with Osama bin Laden's face, and it said, "I you grandpa." It said, "I am you grandpa." Yeah, that's what it said.
Was that on Gulong Yu? Did they have that on Gulong Yu?
It was in Feng Huang where I saw this. I don't know
where Feng Huang is, but
It's in like Hunan province, but
we walked by a gift shop on Gulong Yu and they had that. You had told me
That's
about
sick.
it, and then it was
That's
on a
sick.
lighter. It was on a Zippo lighter.
fuck yeah.
Just crawled in the street laughing.
Yeah, fuck yeah. And I didn't get it, and I still think about that. I still think about that T-shirt. Years later, 12 years later, a full zodiac cycle later.
I feel
12 years a slave to this T-shirt I saw.
I feel like
Heritage.
it would be really slick if you had a roulette machine and it was 9/11 themed, and for 777 it was Building 7.
We're not.
That's really nice.
And then they had like George
That's
W.
really killer.
And then they had like planes.
Yeah, that's
you know,
a big
like
jackpot. Yeah, fuck
yeah, that would be like some of the other things on
nice,
it.
nice. That's the bonus building.
Yeah,
Yeah, all the lights are going up. Bling, 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 bling. Bonus building.
yeah. Hell
The
yeah.
casino should have more games like that, where if you get the jackpot, it's something really embarrassing and like bad that other people would see and go, "Good, go." Like it's just slurs across your machine, but you're winning like $1 million, and you're like, "Don't
like,
come over here! Don't come over here!"
The machine.
Just N-words all over the machine. It's
Did
dumping
that
out.
machine just say that this guy is inward rich?
And you're like, "Yes, shh, shh, shh."
No, that's awesome, but shut up. Yes, no, I want to be that.
Now there's a spotlight above that highlights you and turns down every other light in the house. And like, yeah.
This man.
Then Margaritaville plays. As
Congratulations to the gentleman.
Fuck yeah.
Oh my god!
What
You would
casino
get-
is that?
What?
What casino is that? Is that the Hard Rock? Where they do that?
No, it was River Spirit. It was River Spirit.
River
yeah.
Spirit. Okay.
Yeah, where they got the Cove and Margaritaville and
That one flooded.
Did it?
Yeah, it was 5 or 6 years ago.
I was there a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, it's probably not flooded now.
No, it was pretty cool.
It'd be
actually.
sick if it was though.
Flooded.
It'd be
and then
kind
they
of
just
like
left it.
like Escape
What were you
from
doing
New
at the
York or something.
casino?
They wanted to see a casino.
Oh.
The fam, the whole fam was here. Her mom, her dad, and her sister were here, and I was like, "You guys want to see?"
And you didn't go to either the Osage or the Cherokee casinos and support like your pals. You know.
Also, I feel like a Hard Rock is cool because the Hard Rock has like rock memorabilia.
Yeah, no. This one had fucking Jimmy Buffett stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm white. Okay? This is my casino. Whatever tribe does that one's reaching out to me. The other ones are
the Hard Rock.
We'll just take it.
I think that one's not. That's not tribal. That's just like a regular ass
Hard Rock.
Yeah.
No, that's Cherokee.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
I worked there. Yeah, it's
Hell
Cherokee.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you shook the cum out of all the sheets.
Yeah. I cleaned. Yeah,
Did it take a long time?
Hey, that was the real Trail of Tears. all the fucking cum, all the cum leaking out of the trash can.
It's gotta go somewhere. Returns to the earth.
Do they ever change
Ashes
this
to
carpet?
ashes, dust to cum.
Nope.
Ashes to ashes,
The earth weeps for cum.
ashes to asses, and cum to butts. you know, you know the saying.
You need to get Prince in there. He'll get some jizz in those sheets.
Yeah, yeah. Prince
He's ready.
will bring it.
That's what he's bred to do, literally. Just
Yeah.
jizz.
Oh, the horse. Right.
Yeah, yeah, the horse. Yeah,
A literal
Dig 'em up.
stud. Yeah.
yeah, hell yeah.
How long do studs live? Like they're done racing, right?
In a way, they never die.
They don't race.
Okay.
What? They don't have to race.
Studs?
Yeah.
Well, if they don't race, how do you know that they're good for breeding? How do you know that they're the ones that you want to be?
Well, it's like they can breed even if they don't race.
I understand that, but how do you know they're
Not
worth?
all horses race, especially draft horses.
Okay, well, studs are horses that you want to breed because they can do something.
A stud is just
Right.
It
just
could be from a good bloodline.
dick.
just good dick.
It could be from like a
That's
history
it.
of good horses.
It's just the one that makes the knees shake the most.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
The hoes know what they like.
People will call you and they'll say, "I got a mare that's acting up, and she's been a real fucking cunt since basically Equinox."
Mm-hmm.
And
she needs to get digged down.
And then you
So
say,
you
"Well,
call the expert."
yeah, if you want to fucking shake her knees down a little bit,
Jesus Christ.
yeah, you want to bring her in here."
So the horse cock is medicine.
That's
Even if the horse has accomplished nothing in its life, you still want that bloodline to go on because it's good at fucking.
Yeah,
other
that's an
horses.
accomplishment.
Horse
Can't
breeding-
most
an
male horses
accomplishment in your
fuck in
life.
general?
horse breeding
I mean,
is
some of them have
based
depression.
purely on skill of love making. The male, yeah.
If the horse
the
walks
only
over and turns on D'Angelo's second
If you-
album and comes back,
People don't know this, but like they called up the owners of Seabiscuit and they were like, we want some foals from Seabiscuit, and they were like, I'll tell you what, he's fast, but he can't fuck for shit.
Yeah, they
Okay.
did say that about Seabiscuit. He's bad in bed.
He's fast.
That's
He
what they
can't.
said,
I've seen
like,
him. They
not a good lay.
hardly even notice.
he's a bad lay.
He's
Sorry,
on there.
Seabiscuit.
He's as fast on the back of them mares as he is out there on that.
He's just like all
Track.
celebrity. He doesn't have that passionate side to him that
And
you
he
need
don't.
for
And
fucking.
he don't give a good goddamn. He knows he's gonna be living a good life anyway. He just gets in there and
He
busts.
did
as
too
fast
much
as he
coke and it ruined his dick. He's over it. Damn. I got a lot to learn about horse breeding.
Not that much, actually.
Oh.
It doesn't take long. Not that part. It's very straightforward. But yeah. You just got to spend time with the material. You just got to get up close with a horse dick and just know what you're getting into.
So lady horses are just like white trash girls from small towns who are just like, I just want a guy who's just going to rock my world. And then horse breeders are like, have I got a horse that's for you? It ain't got a job. It ain't got a car, but it fucks real good. And then
Yeah.
the owner of the lady white trash horse is like, yeah, get him in here.
That definitely, yeah, that's
Give him a Mazio's coupon for like a weekend of just pizza and fucking. And then,
yeah.
And then yeah, for the next like 20 or so years, you're just hauling their foal back and forth from one farm to the other.
Yeah.
Right.
Christmas
It's
is a
getting-
bit.
Yeah, and then you're driving back and forth to the bank.
You're like, I
Putting
know
cash away.
he stepped on that nail out at your pasture because we keep ours clean, motherfucker. And it's like, you ain't
Lowering
clean. I
your-
seen
you're
you
lowering
had
your ride.
about 4 or 5 El Caminos sitting
Where
out
does
there
the
on
cash
cinder
come
blocks.
from? There's no cash involved. It's just deadbeat horses fucking all the lady
Cash
horses.
comes from
I
the
shoulda-
hustle. The
I
hustle comes
shoulda
from the
never
street.
Took my slutty mare down there. To
That's what I'm
get
saying.
fucked.
Yeah, I don't know. You guys are so much better at IT and horse breeding than I am. I ain't got nothing to talk about anymore. other than my horny trips out east to Fayetteville.
Yeah, it was a horny. Did you guys fuck
the students are back
store?
in sesh.
Was it because of Dixon Street? Was it because it has Dixon?
It got bigger. It's Thrive.
What'd you say?
It got bigger. Dixon
bigger.
Street. Yeah.
Whoa.
Like thicker.
Longer.
Yeah. It did.
Did you see that it had the word Dix in it, and then you got all horned up?
You like that's Dick,
Yes.
Son Street. I bet you'd be the first person to ever say that.
Son.
Did you tell your wife and mother-in-law, like, sorry, I have to go over here for a little while, and you had to go jack off 5 times because the street you were on had the word dick on it?
Hell yeah.
Is that what happened?
See me from the back, just like going to town on myself.
Yeah, and there's bluegrass playing because it's Arkansas.
Well.
You hear the banjo strum and you got a stroke.
Do you know it's illegal to jack off to gay shit in Arkansas?
Fucking 2 p.m. in the afternoon on the street.
Boy.
It is. It really is. Yeah, I don't know. I think kids are nicer now. That's what there was no tension between all the nerdy kids and all the clearly more getting
nerdy.
laid athletic kids. They were just hanging out with each other.
Yeah,
When I went to college,
Gen
it
Z's
was-
real different. Gen Z's way more chill. They're fine. They got nothing to worry
I
about.
don't like it. I don't like it at all.
Because you think they're going to rise up against you specifically?
I mean, I don't want that. Yeah, sure. You know, that's one thing in the pile of things that I don't want them to.
You should have grabbed the hottest one, the hottest
The
guy,
hottest
and
boy.
kissed him.
Yeah.
Right on the.
He probably would have been like, "Oh yeah, cool, nice to meet you too." And then,
He would have been like, "Oh, okay, this is the third time I did this today," and then said some word saying "no cap," and then skated off or something.
"You kiss better than my old chemistry teacher I just made out with." Oh God!
And then it's on TikTok. It's not scandalous.
And then my mother-in-law is like, "They're all gay," even though I just did it. She'd be shocked.
bro. I gotta say, bro is an S tier kisser.
I do like how they
Put that on
do things
God.
in S tier, A tier, B tier. I can understand that.
Yeah, no, that helps.
Those are Final Fantasy terms for chocobos, so I understand that completely.
There's a part in the Ninja Turtle movie
Okay.
where the villain is throwing these cars around, and Donatello is naming each car as it's getting thrown. And I was
So he's autistic.
Listen, we're all on the spectrum. But I certainly appreciated that moment, and I was like, "Oh, Mercedes E-Class."
Hey, what I've
trash, but not the worst.
What I've learned from doing stand-up comedy in Tulsa, Oklahoma, is that autism is something you have if you've ever had an awkward interaction with another human being, or messed up a sentence, or if you have an interest,
Or if your
or
dad
a
ever called you
hobby.
gay.
Yeah, I'm glad to know that I don't
Or
have it.
If
Finally, some validation.
yeah, that's my understanding of autism.
I don't know. There's
Right
one
now.
guy. I guess we don't have to go into it, but
There are definitely
Since you
there are
brought it up,
there are definitely autistic people in the comedy scene, and it's like,
when do I
and
laugh?
it's a quarter as many as
No, it's tough. Well, because things happen, and I'm like trying not to. I don't know when. It's one of the only times I've ever sat there and open mic. Like I want to laugh at people because nobody wants to be there, but they also
Interesting.
kind of want to be there, and I want to laugh. But sometimes things happen when certain people are on stage, and I'm like, this guy.
Just fucking laugh.
Someone's got to jack this guy. off.
sometimes you
laugh.
just let one go. Ha ha ha!
No, he's talking about because like there's one dude who's actually autistic instead of just a fucking dipshit, and
He seems really smart and like interesting.
He doesn't seem interesting. He does seem autistic. He seems like a textbook deviant artist.
I'm right here.
But no, Ben. But he'll say stuff, and it's like not the punchline. But Ben will be like,
Because it's fucking hilarious.
It sounds great.
yeah.
Is he kind of the John Mulvaney of the Tulsa comedy scene?
Well, his briefcase fell open and all the harmonicas came out at the end. I was like, no.
That did happen. And everybody was like,
Oh no!
my briefcase full of
And
harmonicas.
I felt like Homer at the movie festival when that guy got hit in the balls and he's the only one laughing. I'm like, that's exactly how.
Yeah, no, that was.
Whomst amongst us hasn't had their briefcase full of harmonicas comically fall open at an opportune
Nobody.
moment?
No, that was great. That's funny.
At least it wasn't in court.
I don't know, man. You're going up there. You want to laugh.
Philistines
just, I say
laugh.
just fucking laugh. Just laugh.
Okay.
Laugh at whatever the fuck.
I'd be interested to see him.
Laugh like nobody's like
even
watching you.
Fucking looking.
Laugh like nobody can smell you.
Ooh. That's
You fucking animal.
That would have helped me way more. Yeah. Laugh like nobody can even see your giant nipples through that shirt. That's what it should have been.
You know, there was a shirt that I bought from work because they have like a little work store, and they had a shirt that was on sale for like $5 or something. It was a polo shirt, and it had our logo on it. So I thought, oh, okay, cool. I'll wear this to work. Blah 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 blah. Of all the shirts I've owned ever in my life, that shirt highlights my nipples more than anything.
They got you.
Not only that, I thought,
it.
oh, okay, whatever. I'll just wear a tank top under it. Somehow that will fix it. It actually made it worse.
Now it looks like a bra.
No,
Oh, God.
no, it actually
I've done
made
that.
it actually made the nipples worse. Like I don't know how. I don't know how it's physically possible. They look better.
You should do it for a week straight and see if you get a raise.
Wear a miniskirt.
I mean, I don't have anything to lose. Like,
Start wearing pantyhose.
hey guys,
It's like
got my new shirt.
Shaking your shoulders.
it's like right now, if you're getting a raise or if you're getting anything out of this, it's based on like either your merit or what value you've made them think you have. But if you throw some nips in the mix, maybe that's what they want. Maybe that's what they're looking for.
So I feel like in any encounter, there's always like the element of unpredictability. And depending on who you're up against, sometimes that can be a critical advantage because people don't always know how to deal with something that they don't expect. And sometimes they just shut down. And then you have this window where you can kind of go, hey, what about blah, 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 blah. And then they'll go, oh, okay. So I reserve the right to throw my nipples out there for a time where I can kind of like maximize it. Because number one, it may not work. But number two, it may work kind of too well.
When they're stunned. Oh, sorry, go on.
Well, just one more thing. It may work kind of too well in the sense that I get exactly what I want. And so I don't want to waste it on getting like an extra thing of French fries or something. Like I want it for something more substantial. But it's in the toolkit.
When they're stunned,
I got a few different shirts that are ready for it.
How many times have you been like, what if we kissed on the grounds of Building 7?
How many times?
Have
like
you done
in reality or like
Have
in
you-
my mind?
Yeah.
I'll just say that it's something
when
that I think
you're
about
trying
a lot.
to get
Like,
them when they're stunned. What do you usually go for?
I don't try to seduce them. I try to intimidate them with the truth, because I try to live my life in such a way that the truth will be on my side. And so when people are like half stepping, I go, hey, blah 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 blah. This is what's actually happening. Okay, give me this thing, and they go, okay.
I don't see. Why can't truthful intimidation be seduction?
If they get seduced by it, that's fine, but that's none of my business. I don't have to know what's going on there.
Okay.
I'm there ultimately to get whatever thing that is.
Okay.
I'm just using this opportunity to get that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, if I wanted to seduce them, I mean, I feel like that's just like money and attention. You don't have to do anything too smart. I don't have to trick anybody to seduce them. I just have to pay a bunch of attention to them.
If there were a sexy hotel built on like where Building 7 was, would you take your girl
there? Yeah, no, I'll just go
so.
myself. I don't need to take anybody with me. Gross. Like, I know what I'm there for.
Is that Johnson's
is that a real thing? Is that a real thing? Let's go. Alexa, go book my flight to
what is now where
Sex
Building...
Hotel, New York City. Holiday weekend. I got time. I can charge it. They've got a Southwest Airlines credit card.
A flight to the Sex Hotel right now.
Nice. Yeah.
To the Building 7
I never
Sex
thought about
Hotel.
that. That's good.
To the Building 7 Memorial and Sex Hotel.
You're doing sex tourism to the to the 9/11.
Okay, to be clear,
the World Rough Trade
to be clear to every
Center.
federal agency that's watching me,
the World
I'm not
Rough Trade
trafficking
Center.
anyone.
We
I'm
found
going
it.
here by myself.
That's the name of this episode.
trafficking in NYC. That's what I'm not doing.
The World Rough Trade Center is like that is a terrible place. I hate it there.
There's way more Indian dudes than you thought there could ever be in one
They
place.
flew a plane into it and it did nothing.
It improved it.
It did nothing.
bounced off all
there was
the
like
cum.
it was. I was there. I remember the day it happened when they flew a plane into the World Rough Trade Center.
Mm-hmm.
I was in a 20-man circle jerk, and I was looking out across the tents, and I saw the plane go down and the big explosion, and then there were a bunch of guys.
Did anybody jizz when it?
Yeah, a couple of guys, but it was like coincidental. But then I hear people
What?
like way across the camp going, "Fuck you, bloody bastard! Fuck you, bastard!" And
I feel like when the first one hit, I would have been like, "Oh, I'm almost there, but I gotta wait." I think that there's two of them.
I feel the second one.
Yeah. But when the second one hits, that's when you gotta go, because otherwise
shit.
it's gonna be wild. Like Building 7 does eventually fall, but I ain't got the stamina for that.
When the first one hit, somebody just went, no, stop. And then the second one hit, and somebody went, gross, not again.
You're like, oh my God,
They really hate the
seriously?
planes, yeah. Like,
Oh my God, seriously?
God, we had to pay a cover. Stop with the planes.
Yeah, it took out like 2 sections of the Rough Trade Center, and
I got kicked out of the Majestic one time.
were you being
Was
too
it
gay?
related to 9/11?
I was being.
Were you being too gay
I was
for-
being
for
too
the gay
anti.
bar?
I wasn't being anti-gay. That's the wrong word. But
Okay.
they thought I was being anti-gay. Me and some friends went to the Majestic a long time ago.
Did you bite a guy when you were sucking him off?
No, it had nothing to do with the guy.
Oh,
Although the
whoops.
bartenders,
I
they
just
do it in
assumed that
underwear,
one
and
of
it's
the
like,
guys
I
you
get
were
it, you're gay,
sucking
but
off
like
got
it's
bit.
like
What kind of underwear is it?
just like tidy whities. And I'm like, you guys took a test.
Is
You
it-
swore an oath to the Tulsa Health Bureau or whatever of restaurants. You can't be serving. Anyway, there's a big bird cage, and we got in the bird cage. And we're just having a good time to the music. And then these 2 girls got in with us, with 3 guys. And one of our friends was
How
up
many
on
people
the,
is that in the birdcage?
5 people in the bird cage.
How big is the birdcage?
Look at me. It's a big bird cage.
Okay, but like here's the table.
Okay.
Like bigger than the table? Surely bigger than the
A
table.
little bit wider than the table, I guess.
Okay,
Very
so
tall.
5 people in the space is
Yeah.
pretty
I
tight.
think
in
that's a
nightclub.
gazebo. I think you're describing a gazebo.
Yeah, I think that's called a
It
gazebo.
was a gazebo that looked like a metal bird cage.
Gazebo? A gazebo?
Okay.
I got there.
Gazebo.
Gazebo.
I'm glad you didn't
Oh
miss
no,
that.
I got kicked out of your fucking
The
gazebo bar.
Yeah.
One of us was on the top with like holding on to the top, clinging, like
Shit.
thrusting his
Was
hips
it
to the
you?
music.
I assume it
Was it
wasn't
you?
you because you were always the bottom.
I was always the bottom. I don't mind a little porking. And then the guy, the music stopped, and he didn't know the 2 girls that got in, even though we were like, "Hey, it's crowded." And when he went down, he swung his foot and booted one of these chicks in the face, and she
Yeah,
goes, "Wah!"
welcome to
and she falls
Majestic,
down.
bitch.
And then the guy by the door,
Yeah, no
was like,
girls allowed.
"Get the fuck out!" And they opened the cage and grabbed us and told us to get out and never come back because they thought we kicked women in the bird cage in the Majestic.
Yeah, did you kick one on the way out?
You should have just got there.
You're
when
already
you had-
getting you're already getting booted afterwards. Just
Which I feel like-
just pop one on the way.
Most of the people that go to the Majestic probably would be kicking women in the face if they could.
Do you think? Yeah, when like a gay bar has a ladies' night, it's just the night that their least misogynistic bartenders are working.
Yes.
They're like, tonight's Travis, and he's actually really nice. He grew up with just his mom, so
He gets it.
yeah, he's not like Bryce. Bryce makes all the girls cry.
Bryce hates girls.
He's not
Bryce
like Gavin.
hates girls. Bryce, as much as Bryce loves cocks, he hates girls. Pussy and the people who carry it around.
Pussy and the people behind
He's
it.
like,
I read that
I'm
book.
not trying to be a bitch or anything.
Baker's class.
I just fucking hate pussy and the people who carry it around.
He hates big pussy.
Fuck big pussy. Power to the people.
He got big
Power
pharma,
to the
big
pussy.
tobacco.
I
big
mean, I don't
pussy.
know. Now
Hate
Bryce
'em all.
and me and Bryce have something to talk about.
Yeah.
Big pussies ruin a lot of. Big pussies fucking ruin this whole system.
We're gonna take. Well, we're good for now. We can take a break and get back to it if you like.
Yeah, let's take a break.
Yeah,
Good timing.
We'll be right back.